I've just had my fourth bloody bead issue in the last 2 months with these tyres, Toyo Open Country all-terrains. From everything I read, they're a really good tyre. I don't know if I'm just having a spell of really bad luck, but I'm sick of going to the tyre shop to get them pulled off, get the tyre pulled off the rim and get them cleaned out and that. So it's a weekend anyway, and I couldn't get booked in anywhere, and I need my spare because I want to get out. So I'm just going to show you how to break the bead to get the tyre off the rim, how to clean it, and then how to reseal it just with tools you'd have at home or you'd have out in the bush. Still recommend that you'd go out and use a tyre shop to do this because there are risks. But yeah, this is something you can use out bush if you have to. So this is how I've broken the bead. This is the tyre. Heaps of dirt and crap in there. There was a bit of a stick that I just pulled out. So I'm using just the factory bottle jack that came with the car of something solid, and I'm putting the jack as close to the rim as possible to break that bead. So as soon as that broke in one spot, I just put a bit of pressure around the side and the rest has come off. It's important to pull the tyre valve out first before you do this, because as you're pushing down it builds the pressure and it won't break the bead. So I'll show you just one of those little tyre valve removing tools like this. Just that's what I use to pull the valve out. So I'll get some dishwashing soap and a clean rag, and I'll clean all the inside of the rim and of the bead, and then I'll show you how to reseal it. Just using a little bit of mild dishwashing detergent and water mixed here. It does two things. It helps lubricate that bead to help it slip onto the rim evenly and quickly, and obviously the other thing is that it helps clean all that crap out. So I don't want too much water in the rim though, so just a little bit. Quite a lot of mud caked on underneath there, so it wouldn't have been sealing properly. Gonna need a wire brush for this. Right, that's pretty good. Right, I can put that tyre valve back in now, just making sure there's no dirt on that. Now I'm going to have my air compressor ready. I'm going to switch that on. I'm going to use WD-40. I'm going to spray a little bit inside between the tyre and the rim to get inside there, and then a little bit out on the tyre, so I can light that bit and ignite it, and it will pull the flame in. There'll be a little bit of a explosion, I guess, inside, and all that energy created is going to push that tyre back out onto the rim and reseal that bead, hopefully in the first go. So I'm using WD-40 as accelerant. I'm going to use my map torch to light it. You could use a lighter, a match or anything. I just like this because I can get further away from it. I'm going to make sure my kid's not around, just in case anything goes wrong, and because I don't like her seeing me play with fire. And I'll drag it away from the car just in case it catches fire. I don't want to burn my car down. Again, just reiterating, this is something you do in the bush if you can't get to a tyre shop. I don't actually recommend doing this, and I don't advocate doing it, but it's just a good skill to know how to do if you ever do need to do it. Also important to remember that you don't spin the rim on the tyre now, because it's balanced where the tyre was sitting before. So I want it to reseal in the same spot. So let's do it. So that was being a bit of a prick to light. I tried the MAP gas, tried the lighter, alternated between a little bit of aerosol, as in deodorant, and the WD-40, and eventually it went. Had to do a bit of a flamethrower to get it going. But yeah, you saw I bashed the air on straight away. And you can, there is risks involved with this. You can lose weights and they can go flying. So yeah, don't recommend doing it unless you really have to. So now what I'll do is I'll just check that I haven't got any leaks. So I'll use this again on the bead. And I'll check the valve as well, because the valve's been out and come back in. Looking good that side. And I never actually popped this bead, but it's worth checking now anyway that the tyre's at pressure. I could have flipped the tyre around and done this bead as well if I wanted to. Yeah, looking good. So that tyre's good as new. Cheers guys.